From the scale of things that can go wrong in a space station, where does this rank in severity and concern?
I would say probably somewhere in the middle. It's not a really bad thing. There are plenty of things that can happen to you that are a lot worse, but it's also not a very good thing. You know, as you explained, we have 2 cooling loops. One is down. Luckily, we have that second one to keep everything working correctly. So no one's in any danger. Science still can continue, but it puts you one failure away from other problems. So it's kind of, I would say, kind of around the middle. It's a big problem, but nothing that is really bad.
No, if you did have that second failure, what do you do then? I mean, it's not like you can open the window to cool things down.
No, you'd have to shut things down. So it's kind of like, you know, turning off all the power in your house if a blackout happens, and you'll go to some, so what would you put on the emergency generator? Kind of that's the decision. So you would keep life support going. You'd try to keep the station going, and you can do that. But you would just have to shut things down to keep the heat load down. Since you can't cool, you don't want to generate that much heat. So some science would be sacrificed.
Science, but what about safety? I mean, of the astronauts, what would their predicament be?
They'll still be okay. I mean, it's an international program. You have the U.S. side, you have the Russian side. So they have places they can go to remain healthy and safe and comfortable. So it would be okay. It would mainly be a problem with the science on the station, and some of the other systems on the U.S. side would be shut down. But you know, there's ways to get around it. We don't want to get into that situation, so they're trying to bring up that first loop again, so that you have that redundancy.
And I've read that in order to do this, really, you're going to require a spacewalk. Do you agree?
Maybe. We don't know yet. It's not the whole pump that has failed. They had this problem 3 years ago where the whole pump was down and they had to replace the pump. In this case, it's just a valve inside of that pump assembly. So they're trying different things to see if they can command that valve correctly and get it working. If they can't, then the worst case scenario is that they have to go out and do a spacewalk and replace the whole unit. So I don't think they're quite there yet. I know they're working hard and around the clock, and they'll be working over the weekend to come up with a plan. But that's kind of the last resort, is to go and do the spacewalk in this case.
Sure, would be. Mike Massimino, pleasure to talk to you. Thank you very much.